Hey there, everybody. It's Nikki Jordan here, and today I wanted to talk about time. Do you receive time? Do you even know what that means? So a lot of us say, I don't have any time. I don't have enough time. There's not enough time to do that. I wish time were on my side, but it's not, right? So time is like an enemy. Time is something that's in short supply. But what if this were just a construct of this reality that we buy into? In fact, what if you were time? So you're infinite. There is so much to you that isn't even just here, it's everywhere. And you can connect to things that aren't really just you, aren't what you believe you are right here in this reality. And one of those things is time. And I say this because I made a practice of bending time when I was teaching my Yamana body rolling and foot fitness classes a few years ago. It was probably about 5 years ago. I said, what if time were irrelevant? And we had all the time in the world we needed to get what our bodies wanted out of this class. And so we did a number of exercises, and then we looked at the clock to see what time it was, and then we did a number of exercises, and it had only been 10 minutes, and it felt like it had been a half an hour. It was very eerie, very strange, and very fun. So I say this because you don't even have to go to that extreme. You can, a lot of times we wake up in the morning and the first thing we notice is the lack of time. What if there were no lack of time? What if time were our friend? What if we were riding a wave with time? So right now, whatever your concept of time is, you're feeling in your body, I want you to just sense that. So say time. Is there any time? How much time do I have? And see what your body does. A lot of times it will just contract. And then we push ourselves through the day with that slight contraction that there's not enough time. So I did an experiment about 20 years ago with this as well, and that was I did a Thai massage on this woman who had come in, and she had asked me, she says, I can't wait for this. So my Thai massages start with reflexology, and they have energy work in them. And if you don't know what a Thai massage is, it's like passive yoga done to the body with acupressure. It's amazing. But I add in all this other stuff. And so there's always like an hour or an hour and a half, depending on what someone booked. And I would have another person after that or something to do. And I started feeling the pressure of time, like, can I get everything done in this session? And I just said to myself, what if there was no such thing as time? This is 20 something years ago. What if there was no such thing as time? What if I could get everything done I needed? And it was funny because I was in this wave with time. Time was irrelevant, but it wasn't really that it was irrelevant, it was with me. It's as though my body, this is what it felt like, my body had expanded and relaxed into including time. And then time wasn't something that was a friction. It wasn't rubbing against me. It wasn't an enemy. It wasn't a problem. And I took all the time in the world. And what it is oftentimes is that we have that pressure. And that pressure makes our existence not fun. But time is still rolling on. But when time was irrelevant and I relaxed into it, I got everything done in this massage with total ease. No concept there was a problem. That no concept that I needed to rush. None of that kind of stuff. Or that would I get to the end. I was having total fun. I was absolutely 100% in what I was doing. And when I was done, that lady said, that was the most amazing massage I have ever had. You put everything in one. Now, she might have said that even if I didn't have this relationship with time and had this thought to change my relationship with time right when I started. But for me, the experience was that was amazing. There was no edginess to it whatsoever. There wasn't this sense of what was coming next, right? A lot of times there's this idea that I have to rush through this thing because there's something coming next. What if you relaxed your whole body? And this is like a lot of what I teach is you feel the edges of your body or your heart or your throat or whatever it is, but a lot of times I find like it's everywhere in the body, particularly up here, up in the back and the shoulders and the arms and the chest. And you start to relax that whole area and your body opens up. It opens up and it's as though you become beyond your body. There are no edges to your body. And you allow time to flow in. In fact, when I do that, it's like time tells me there isn't anything called time. Right? And it's when people say being present, that might be it. But sometimes I find these words have a heaviness to them. So really it's about being with time, that there isn't something else somewhere else that you have to be. You're right there. And feel it and see if you feel a flow. I feel it might come from any which way direction, but for me right now, I feel like it's flowing through my back and then it's out my front, my throat and the top of my chest. And now my belly. And it's going into my eyes. And now it's filling up all the rest of my body. I feel my lower back, my buttocks, my legs. It's like becoming one with time. And because someone told me they just didn't have enough time to do a class that I was teaching. And I said, and they said, I know I need it because, their body is in a lot of pain. And I said, well, what if you gave yourself 5 minutes? I don't even have that, It's like adding something else seemed difficult. That's because there were so many walls about time. The moment you relax the concept of time, your body might tell you add it or not. It might say, oh, I can receive that for 2 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever that exercise is or that. But when there's no receiving, how many other things are you shutting out? So to receive the presence of something doesn't mean that you have to choose it 100%. It's that it's there and you're acknowledging it, and then you can ask everything in your life to order themselves up in which order that they need to be done to create a greater existence for you today or whatever it is, right? And that's another way that you make there not a pressure, because our lives are delineated by the 24 hours and what we can get accomplished in them. And what if you think everything's going to take so much time and it doesn't? It actually is faster than you can imagine. And the moment that you think that there's not a lot, that time is your friend, that you can be with time, that time is irrelevant, meaning it's not separate from you in defining things.